This Yoruba nation, who will they fight for now? Igbo nation, let's all divide. Based on what internal power structure? If Nigeria divide today, well, I don't know much about the north. I don't know much about the south, about the east, south. But I know about Yoruba people. Well, what is the power structure going to be inside it? Are you starting? So we Yoruba people, are we honestly saying that our land like this is better run in some way than the north or the east? Are we trying to say, what would they talk for our mouth? What would they even always talk for this country? What would they always do when they speak to us? So Yoruba people not there among people who don't spoil this country. Obasanjo don't be Yoruba man. You see, I don't like sinister behavior. When we say many Yoruba people from the time of Akintola and Awolowo just destroy, use Yoruba people life, mortgage, scatter, kill us, maim us for political interest. But we still continue to say Northerner is our problem. The Northerners are our problem now because we deal with Northerners. Yoruba people okay. Who be Madam Tinubu if not be Yoruba woman? Nigeria did that time. Before there was Nigeria, this Yoruba elite, this present elite, let me tell you how they were formed. From Ekiti Parapor people to the Lagos elite, all these people will come collude with white people for Lagos to decimate the whole Yoruba kingdom. You want to know about them? The Lagos elites. You want to know about them? The #1 slave traders. Wait, Lagos not be anything to anybody before. This is where the worst of Yoruba people came to gather to betray Yoruba people's life. Una they joke me. These were the Yoruba people that were selling us for gunpowder and salt and sugar, and mirror. Causing wars all over Yoruba land. The Ekitis, 40-year civil war in the interior, shipping slaves to the port until Yoruba people say we abolish slavery. Funding the war from Lagos. They're not going to teach now that one now. After 40 years, now Oyibo man still go there to say, okay, stop fighting, everybody go your way, All of them day here, they talk say Yoruba witty. Yoruba witty. What did they be? This our society as it is, due to the intervention of outsiders, has elevated those that prioritize their property and personal belongings. Those of us mesmerized by things are the ones on top. I've said this thing in one program, one home session before. Today's African elite, the majority of them are the descendants of those Africans that were willing to sell their brothers for things. And they are still doing it till today. Don't you understand? It's the same spirit that allowed them in those days to sell you for gunpowder and mirror, that's making them sell you for yacht and Rolls Royce today. It's the same thing. It's just different products. Sure, we don't realize our own true political destiny before they talk say, well, Yoruba nation. How organized are we to play a part in this Yoruba nation? They say if Fulani kidnap your family, who are these dumb people? Bro, Obasanjo killed my grandmother. Is a Yoruba man. Are you people stupid? What do you think you're talking? You say Abi all this Nigerians who never experienced the true Nigeria. See, and if anybody use all these lies, they mesmerize other stupid people where they say they know just sit down in their life before to think. They allow other people to think for them. Me, I've not only thought through, I've experienced Nigeria. Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. I intro Fumilayo, the greatest Yoruba woman that ever lived, out of the window. Are you mad? Is he a Fulani? Is he a Fulani? They are leading you astray. They are tying rope in your neck. Want to go and sell you again? You are following them like Mugu. Me, I don't pursue anybody. Then they come and say they are rubbish. I have the answer. This will not be stupid group. Say, Fulani never kidnapped my family. Father, so I did that. Yoruba don't kill my grandmother. It is crazy. We are talking of the same people here, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Igbo, whether they are Yoruba, whether they are Ibibio, whether they are Efik, whether they are Delta, whether they are Benin, whether they are Isoko, whether anywhere they are the same. This Mieti Allah, you know, we don't recognize any of them, they're not prominent. But behind them are many people that are prominent in this country that are members of that association. You understand? Now, then we need to ask a few questions and investigate. Say, okay, what did they happen? What did they happen to the headsmen? Those headsmen, the people with the if one cow lost, what did go happen to her? They say, most times they go kill the headsmen. They tell me many generals in Nigerian army are members, are owners of cow. Many elites of Yoruba land, of even Igbo people, are owners of cow, and all their cow deal inside all those heads. It is their business that they make mad back. So they kill people if the cow lost. So they base it on tradition. Say it is their tradition. They are Fulani. They like to. This is what they've been doing for centuries. Okay. First of all, Nigeria, this Nigeria who they so, this land who they so, not be the same way it be 5 years ago, talking of 10 years ago, talking of 15 years ago, talking of 50 years ago, talking of 100 years ago. As we did like this for Nigeria, yes, you see those road, those people they pass. Now road in the ancient days of time. All those places now bush, all those places now wilderness, all those places now no man's land. Basically, but today, in this our day and age, all those places not be wilderness again. All those places are ancient trade routes where people don't pass. They take come all this side, where they take move, where they pass right from time. Even when slave master they build their own road, they say they no road. Now those places our ancestors they pass, they move things, they do their own business for side. But today all those places don't become area where people they inhabit because our population they grow. This business now means say those cows don't feel pass through those places anymore. These things have changed. These things have changed. Anybody in this country will not be saying he did wicked in his heart. In the ancient days when people they take leg, they do this business, there was no such thing as car or truck. But today when truck and car don't they, how can you put people's children through this kind of hardship, this kind of hard life? Then you still kill them when they don't bring back your cow. So it is either their life. They have to put their lives on the line. Now let's enter the politicization of this issue. They say tradition. Okay, if not tradition, the owner of the cow will be their own tradition too. Let's say now, you know, Buhari get cow. Na tradition to rear cow. Main cow, they waka from Kano to Lagos. In the traditional way, now your children and your family members go waka with the cow now. Not be another person picking. How many of the children can waka without such cow? How many? The rich people of this country continually, you see, the way their headsmen and cow, they cause havoc in the interior of Nigeria. Now, so their truck and transportation and bus and everything, they cause havoc on the main road too. Nigerian elites must begin to invest in the safety of Nigerian people too. So if you won't get ranch, if you won't get cow, you must get ranch. And don't tell me that there's no water in the north. We have plenty water here in the south. They have to invest. They have to invest in developing ranches in the north. This is not a part of Nigeria, it's everybody's own. See, the excuse that Miyetti Allah gives that cow can go anywhere, cow can go anything. This is not how we cannot live with such. First of all, those trucks, they cause accidents, they kill people. Why do we need to take those risks when we just need one big investment to draw water to now for the north? The one that they draw oil anywhere already. I mean, they don't put refinery for Kaduna. Oil there Kaduna. No oil there now. Not be from southern Nigeria, they pipe oil all the way to northern Nigeria. Why don't we pipe water to them like that? And everybody will end this crisis once and for all. Nigerians' lives are no longer at risk. Nigerians are saved. Nobody is being killed. No stress. But because it will cost you now money which you don't even work for. Money which you na thief farm. To invest that money back now in the business when I say I want to do. Because this business, we all know say na cover face. Now they cover face say that they do cow business. Now they get money. Where we all know say our money na the thief. That's why you cannot invest your money in that business. Because can something be your business, your livelihood, and you cannot invest in modernizing it? One of the things that Chinese people do for their country to end poverty, they say, okay, all the jobs where people they take hand do, we go turn out to we go industrialize them, we go turn out to machine. And the process of developing all those machines, people were employed. The country they develop, they go. So why is it that over here una choose to be a cake? Una choose so far not be una own, so far not be the work una they do, because nothing where una they do where concern una they ask for the best. In fact, our politicians earn some of the highest wages in the world. Our bankers are some of the highest paid in the world, the CEOs and the MDs of Nigerian banks. The richest black man in the world is in Nigeria. That's how well you pay yourselves. So why can't you give us this? Okay, you don't even give. We are not even asking for the best. Just give us normal. Because what we have here is backward and dangerous. Can't you just give normal? Do normal. Just eshe normal. But no, they have to politicize the issue. Then you bring your political thugs inside. You know, just like NSAS protest. You know, where they bring their thugs into the protest, begin burn everywhere, begin loot everything. Because they want to politicize. Because for them to politicize, they have nothing positive. They must bring fear. They don't set this one up since 2015. See, they don't set them up. Look, headsmen banditry don't they increase since 2015. Oh, don't they hear the enter power? Because they don't say northern leader, now southern people go suffer. So just the way when the Jonathan when the Buhari won't collect from Jonathan hand, they create stress for the north. They create everything. They happen for north. Hey, not bloodshed, everything, kidnapping. Hey, they try to go do kidnapping for north. Back to Buhari, but now not now. They kidnap, they retrieve. That one don't work. Bring back our boys, knock. They kidnap, they retrieve straight away. Yaraya, new tactics. So yeah, send the violence down south. Send the violence down south. So now the people must sleep. So what do you even bring all this noise of banditry, and where are the ammunitions coming from? Where? We all know that Alimajiri people cannot even eat. How are they buying gun? We waiting for this country. We must not be afraid to look at the source of the problem in the eye and ask the question. The solution to herdsmen crisis in Nigeria is not war between Yoruba and Hausa people and Northerners. The solution to herdsmen crisis in Nigeria is ranching in the north. Or anywhere you want to, anybody that wants to have cow, just put it in the law. You want to rear cow, you must build ranch. Finish. But the law will mean that the powerful people in Nigeria will have to invest the money they have stolen from Nigerian people back into Nigeria. They can never do, they don't, never. See, I tell people that these people we have, they be Omonile government. You know what they call Omonile government? All our billionaires, they are Omonile billionaires. The only kind of business they like to do is that is rent seeking. Those things that we need to survive. Where we say, once you set them up with minimum cash, maximum profit. That's what they do. They use minimum cash to set them up, then they give highest prices. And you know why the prices are so high? Because Nigeria is also a crimogenic society where we say majority of the money when they pass through our system is passing through the system to be laundered. So people, when they try to launder money, they don't care to pay any price. That's why we, for a country like Nigeria, where they pay the same price to watch show for Ikoyi, the same price when a lot of people they pay. £20, 10,000. We say they watch show 10,000 for Nigeria. Table 5 million. Minimum wage 30,000. Big Brother 80 million. Minimum wage 30,000. Champagne bottle 1 million. Minimum wage 30,000. Finish. So price of everything, they are there rent seeking on our existence. So all the things you need to survive. When we say if you don't get them, you are shut out of the world. They position themselves for the gate. They collect rent. Finish. Telephone business, you see them there. Bank business, they don't reach there. House building rent business, they don't dey there. Oil business, they don't dey there. All those business, any transport plane business, they there. Road transport business, they don't dey there. Construction business, they no dey there. They just dey there small because now expatriate they do all the work. They will just collect contracts. You understand? So collect, give expatriate, relax. All of them, they can never invest in anything where go benefit the people. You know what it means to develop pipeline from southern Nigeria to northern Nigeria to irrigate their lands there for their farms, for everything to as we do like this now, the Sahara Desert is encroaching all of northern Nigeria. Even the small avenues where poor northern people they still take chop before, those traditional avenues disappear. All the things are being removed by climate change. No investment to repair all those. Go our own south go get water. Go look all the water as it's full of shit and dirty and mucus and spirogyra and algae and everything green. They go say before you know, they go say traditional. Waiting be traditional in our suffering. What is traditional about the suffering we are going through today as African people? They don't talk that one. Is that one traditional? Is that one traditional? They talk, say tradition, they talk anyhow, they use us and their political clown. One Sunday guy now today saying they go fight. Hausa people. Men fighting governor. In governor when they fight now. See now, this same Sunday man, now not being the number one supporter of the governor during the election time. If they talk about people, they say the governor give her money and the governor they sponsor am during election. Why would they face people? Why would they organize to face people when no get political power? Well, if Yoruba people want fight headsmen, let's tell Miyetti Allah say we want fight Miyetti Allah. We are the owners of the cow. Now they won't face. We are the owners of the cow. What kind of cow business are you running? Let's have a national conversation. Let's have a national conversation. Not be the conversation to lead poor people to their deaths. For nothing. For no reason. Now Nigerian people are killing themselves for stupidity. For political agenda. Everybody there is cashing out except the people. Everybody is cashing out except the people of this country. But they will carry one political agenda for head, begin run up and down, screaming blood and thunder. That's how OPC do their own. Hey, where the Oduduwa nation today with all the people with their key? Where is it today? Everybody don't chop, everybody don't fight, everybody don't hold money. What do the OPC they do? They take for street, they slap poor people up and down. All their leaders living large. Everybody chopping. Go north too. Now so those useless religious leaders, imams, all of them, they talk anyhow, they collect money from government. The fact they send other people picking to waka from Kano to Lagos with cow. My issue here is how come in 2020 people are still trekking? People are still trekking from Kano to Lagos with cow. If you do that kind of work, they can't give you guns, say, we won't promote you to cause havoc and destruction. You do the anybody that can work with cow can cause any kind of havoc from Kano to Lagos. Anybody, if you can walk from Kano to Lagos with cow, you can do anything. Because first of all, you don't craze. First of all, you don't mad. The program will take raise you now virus software already. They don't give you virus from small inside your OS. So as you don't grow like this, your brain don't shut down. You don't just defunction. Because I mean, imagine waiting how your brain must defunction before you agree to walk with a cow from Kano to Lagos, leg farm. And now, I know so many of us go to think, say, and I said they be. More don't forget, say, some people walk out from Lagos to Abuja because of Jonathan. One of my friends, I know him where he named na make I no disgrace her. Make I no remember. He walk out from Lagos to Bayelsa because of Jonathan. One walk out from Lagos to Daura because of Buhari. Let me tell you people something. There's madness. There's craze. We don't know it yet. These people are ready to do anything. This system where we live under will make anybody do anything. we must not now be singling out the symptom as if that's the problem. Let's face the source of our problems. What is the why can't the rich people of this country invest in this country? Why can't they invest in this country? Because now that lack of investment in the people of this country, now they cause all the friction. Anyway, you ask me, I always tell people, say, the day when the poor people of Nigeria liberate the palliatives, when these wicked people go high, you see the way that they chop, the way they chop our own palliative, when they want to thief up, that's why they go thief those bed money. When they will give bed food money, that's why they go thief them for Abuja, for National, for Armed Forces Remembrance Day. They go thief all the bed food. Bed no green fly out of hunger. Say na empty belly, bed go take fly. They say bed they fly with empty stomach. You think a bed go fly with empty stomach? They don't go thief the bed food money or the welfare of the bed. They don't thief everything. Because the bed no fly. How the bed go fly? These people are willing, the only thing they can spend money on is all those things in this gatekeeper industry where they give them. Because to them, we are nothing but source of wealth. Something they feed us, they suck our blood. Finish. So that's why their only response to any crisis is to raise the price of the thing. Everything every day they say they don't do for this Nigeria with us. Like they don't know how Nigerian people they suffer. Anything they control, they continue to raise it. That's why they tell people say, me I don't want to fight revolution because where we go see money. I say that your money where they hide, no worry. They go increase fuel, increase light, increase transport, increase rent, increase school fees, increase medical bill, until you say broke. How many? See, all of us who don't grow, are waiting for our 30s. What would they grow for wood? Many men, they like us, that's how those our bros then. Where are they today? All of them, where are they? We don't understand this game. I tell them I don't understand this game. We must insist on looking at the source of the problem. We must insist on looking at the source of the problem. What kind of people they send other people children, put their own children for Europe and America to the go school, but they send people children with cow when they walk out with leg, reach Lagos from northern Nigeria, at the penalty of death if they lose any of your cow. If they lose any of your cow, you still kill them. Mr. Power, ex-general, ex-admiral, politician, big man of Nigeria. So now we are here. We must resist by all means these politicians and their agents turning their own issue into our national issue. My brother and sisters, our national issues in this country is the lack of our dignity. Because the lack of dignity will make person feel send person picking with cow to Lagos, while your own picking there for London, they go for school. Our educational crisis, healthcare crisis, our lack of security, bad roads, those things, the high cost of living and low wages, the high cost of food, these are the things that concern us as Nigerian people. Anytime these things are never in discussion in this country, towards politics, they start a crisis. Crisis will be saying, now only politicians feel afford them. Because nothing me and you they do with people will get machine gun. Now, this somebody say, let's support Sunday Igboho. Say because he go burn, make a support him, say he go burn Hausa man house. They call him for question, you know, arrest him. Press day there, broad daylight. People won't kill me. I defend myself. 30 policemen come surround my house. That will not be agents. How you go burn somebody else house, they no arrest you? I don't care. Whatever the person saying be. So, when these people can act with impunity, nothing they happen to them because they are part of the game. You and I can't do such. Let Sunday he go and burn down the government office. Then I'll believe that he's a revolutionary. Let him go and burn down the governor's office. Then I believe that he's a revolutionary. Not be somebody where they go for where powerless people they oppress them. Say Yoruba Kingdom. Which now brings me to the discussion of Yoruba Kingdom.